watch how this is done, because you guys are all going to have to know how to do this.
Front,
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who's ready.
Front, Warner.
You're calling it.
Moving.
Move. Pew 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 pew. Not actually shooting, fuckhead.
Oh, sorry. Jesus. Pew 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 pew.
Warner,
pew,
jam.
Pew. Jam. I don't have a sidearm. I forgot it.
So stop and clear
Hey, Marshall?
your weapon.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshall. I think you just got a promotion, buddy.
Warner, go ahead and
Yeah.
swap with Marshall. Marshall, do you have a sidearm?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and preach. Come back over here to the starting line, and let's take this from the top again.
Yep, knuckhead, yep.
Alright guys, the purpose behind this drill is quite literally as you see. It's a transition so you can keep movement going forward. Guys, go ahead and demonstrate.
Moving.
Move.
That right there is how you
Pew,
coordinate part of the
pew.
movement.
Pew 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 pew.
Daka, daka.
Marshall, jam.
Jam, jam.
Cover. Pew 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 pew. Move.
Moving.
There you go.
Do 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 do. Magazine. Change over.
Cover.
Continue.
Moving.
You see how they're coordinating their movements like that.
Pew pew. Black on this one. Reloading.
I should definitely block on this one by now.
Alright, you guys are good. Go ahead and come on
You know
back.
what? You're carrying a Glock with a
Go ahead and come on
33 round
back.
magazine.
Alright guys, did everyone see how that worked? Did everyone understand what was going on there?
Yes.
Alright. How confident are you guys in your ability to be able to perform that?
My confidence has gone right down.
86%.
Alright, so since nobody put their hands up, everyone get into pairs of two.
As it basically just boils down to
Vinny.
communication.
Everyone get into pairs of two.
Us.
Marshall,
There
you're
are
gonna have to
1,
hop in
2,
with somebody.
3. There
Yeah,
are
that's
4
fine.
lanes.
Love the two MGs.
Oh. I think we have an odd number here today. Alright, I guess
Yeah.
that's
1,
First
2, 3,
pair
4,
down that
5,
way.
6. Alright,
One.
taking myself and Preacher out of the equation so we can observe, pair up into groups of two. Once you have your buddy, go stand in front of one of the lanes with your buddy. Do not leave here until you have a buddy.
Do you have your shoot lane buddy?
Alright, you guys all
Buddy.
have buddies. Everyone go
Like
take
old
a lane.
times. Yes.
Alright,
Dude,
I got
isn't-
a lot of firepower. We should be going up.
Right.
pretty
Yep.
You're gonna
You've
switch to
got-
that
you've got-
18
Warner
for
and
You may need to
Marshall.
double up.
You may have to double up one lane and simply drop in
Excuse me.
behind
Nope.
them and wait.
Yeah, second pair.
I'll
Pair,
join you
come
with the
back
NVG
over here.
group.
You start over on this side of the sandbags.
I'm just doing
Can
control
you
first,
all
and
hear
then-
me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Yes,
good.
sir.
You guys can hear me.
You will be starting on this side of the sandbags. If you are a single team to the lane, you will wait until we say go. If you have another team in the lane, that second team will wait until the lane is free. So if you are a second team, go wait by the
Lane
HESCO
2.
behind.
Wait right here if
Yeah,
you are
that is.
in that group right there. So Marshall and Werner will wait right here, please.
All right.
Everyone else,
Now-
go ahead and line up on the sandbags. Stand by to start the drill.
After we do
This has various rooms set up that will teach you both entry through the prone position, clear it, come back out. It will also give you a mock street fight. It will also give you a few little surprises. We will be running a timer. The group that completes it the quickest will be the demonstration group for room clearing with Doolittle. So you get a little incentive there. All right? Everybody, make sure you got fresh mags in your rifle, fresh mags in your pistol.
Remember to stick in your B teams. Don't worry about having the room clearing done perfectly. I know we haven't taught you guys that. Figure out how a two-man team would clear each of those rooms on entry.
You know, room clearing
Lane
lane.
1, lane 2, are my shooters ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
3, 4, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Ready?
All right, all lanes ready in 3,
All lanes
2,
ready.
1, begin.
Go.
Moving.
Move.
Stay the fuck down. Alright. Here, let's go check this breach over here.
Copy. I'll watch the wall.
Okay, you got it.
Yep, you
I'll
check
watch
the breach.
entrance.
Alright, I'm gonna go in, I'm going left.
Fuck.
Clear.
I'm clear.
Copy.
Only one
Copy.
way out.
Yep.
Yeah, this. The most
You
effective
guys.
breach. Alright, this room's clear.
Copy, moving.
Move.
Move.
Turn and right.
Check that corner.
Flip.
I'm watching the down alleyway.
Moving.
Alright.
Corner clear.
Room. Flashing.
Going left.
Corner.
Going left.
That was clear.
I'll watch our back
Copy.
in case someone runs around the corner.
Checking corner. Left side, checking. Left is clear initially, going in. Three down,
I'll take left.
Clear.
room clear.
Or sorry, right.
Oh, I think there were
How
four.
many did you guys shoot?
3. One killed me.
Yep. As long as you acknowledge that.
I do. I saw the fourth.
Get behind the wall.
Front, inside the window.
See him.
He's dead.
Another one. Got him. Corner's clear.
Let's bump it up. I'll go jogging pace.
Alright. Building's clear.
Copy. Check corner. Pistol. Check. Jam. Stretching pistol.
Moving.
There's
Switching.
Shit, there's a bunny. Wait, the bunny.
Don't,
I don't see the
waste
bunny.
your ammo on the fucking bunny.
Breach
Get
lane
on
1 is done.
Contacts.
Alright, we're good. Keep moving.
Oh, fuck.
First one done
is 022559.
These are targets.
I don't.
Go backwards, but they're the changeover targets.
Oh.
First complete.
Third complete.
Why do I?
Make your way back to the sandbags. You don't finish till you get back to the sandbags.
Oh shit. Done.
Wanna be-
Done.
we d-
Done.
Lane
done,
3
done.
4, you gotta get to the sandbags. Lane
Switching.
3's moving.
Changeover.
Oh, fuck. Quick on me. side.
Magazine.
Magazine.
Cover.
Take him out.
Alright, fresh mag, let's go.
Let's go right.
Alright, clear.
Keep weapons up.
I don't know. Get it in the high ready, you son of a bitch. There we go. He was just like, nah, I feel like being in the low ready today. Watching our 6.
Okay, it's still clear.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing. I mean, I know the idea.
Left is clear.
Clear.
To work on you guys moving as a pair, covering, which you guys just kind
Yo,
of piss
preach.
bolted at the end there.
Hey, Preach.
Okay, we're back.
Hey, Preach.
That could have went better.
Yo,
do you
Well,
Preach.
not bad.
So you
You
don't
know.
listen to directions
Preacher.
I
at
died.
all.
Honestly,
We have
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
argue that
fuck.
those
Yeah.
are probably the most effective
Not
ways of
only
breaching, 'cause
Did
you
the
always need to go fully
newbies
automatic
finish
and CQB
first out of
anyway.
everybody?
Uh-huh.
They had both goddamn machine guns.
We didn't go
Well, that explains how they finished
about to say-
first.
In the defense, though, it means that they didn't have to reload.
Yeah.
Dude, Preach, I go to that last part of
Yeah,
the course,
no
right?
idea.
And I
Just
see
flat
the
flat.
little
Yeah.
icon things, and I went, oh, fuck this. Machine gunners, just lay down and shoot
Has
this. You're not going to pull it
has
off
the second pair
otherwise.
gone down lane 2?
Well, fuck.
No, the
Moving
second
on,
team
right?
has not
Okay.
gone. No, they have not
Get
gone
lane
down lane
4.
2. So, Warner
Get
and
lane
Marshall, get
4.
up on the lane.
Yeah, I'd
Get
take
lane
him.
4, bring
Got it
them
as
up.
well.
Go explain to Star what the fuck the exercise is about, because apparently he doesn't know, and have them rerun it.
So,
Let's move towards
Can we high five
the,
anyone? Is there a high five button?
house and we'll get
lane
ready.
4,
Give me a
come
second,
down
let me grab
here.
that.
Chest bump.
That'd be like
Oh, fuck.
literally
Ready,
one
go.
last time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Let's see
that's
it work.
fine.
You guys will take lane 1. Lane 4, come down here. Take lane 2.
I got this. I got this. I'm
I'm
building
walking
the
them
box.
through building. I'm walking them through buildings
Oh.
right now, Preach.
Okay.
Let me know when the whole class is inside the room that I am in right now.
2 at the door still.
Yep, I know. Alright, don't go into that room. Stay in this one right here. Do I have everyone? Yes, I do. Good. Alright. If... Alright, so you're gonna have to use your imaginations here. That's hard for some of you guys, but we have a wall from where I'm standing to that wall right that seals this room off, and that door there doesn't exist. What type of room does make this room?
big one.
Single entrance?
Let's put the smart assery to the side. What type of room does that
Single
make this
entrance?
room?
An enclosed
As
room.
many said.
Alright, I'll give single entry to you because technically true. But the type of room for this room would boil down to corner fed. There are two types of rooms we want to concern ourselves with. They are corner fed and center fed rooms. Why do you think we concern ourselves based off of corner fed and center fed?
That'll be how you clear the other corners.
That's part of it. It lines up our entry method, and it's also basically the direction that all the bullets are going to be piling into. That's where the fed part comes from. Because you're feeding into the room from that point. So this room, right here, if it was actually a sealed off room and not the clusterfuck of a hallway that it is, would be center fed. Let's go into this room here.
Corner fed.
It really should be corner fed, but by technicality it's not.
Why?
The reason is the door is not in the corner.
Oh,
On
okay.
a corner fed room, door would not be here. The door for a corner fed room is always quite literally in the corner. This room is technically because of that
'Cause there
quote
could
unquote
be someone
center
here.
fed. Yes,
Right.
because the door is not the corner anymore. You don't know if that corner is exactly clear as you enter because you're not stepping through it. This room then becomes center fed because of that, because it's in the wall and not in the corner. Not the best example of a center fed room. Normally the way we would show this example is would be an exact center in a hallway, but we don't have drawings, and I wish I had actually. Everyone references their map real quick. Looks over at the salt flats. Like, this draw tool preach has just become the greatest gaunt said known to mankind.
Uh-huh.
It's like an engineering drawing.
No, that's not center. That's corner fed.
Yeah.
That's a corner feed, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking center fed still.
There should be a center feed in here.
Like a true center fed, and not like the kind of center fed, kind of corner fed this one is.
Give me a second.
But does everyone essentially see drawn on the map the difference in the two?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
was it really like the next building over?
Yo,
Possibly.
bring it up.
Go to Preach's Void.
Achilles.
Hi, guys.
You put
Way to
oh, thank you.
Up and
Yeah,
over
sorry.
Achilles.
All right, yeah. This guy's right here is a true center fed room. Do you see
Oh,
the
this
difference between
sucks.
this and actual corner fed and that
That would
sort of
suck.
corner center fed we had over there?
That would really suck.
Yeah, does everyone now see the difference in between all three of those rooms?
Yes.
Yeah.
That difference is important. That difference is important to know because it changes how we clear them. And yeah, you're right. These rooms fucking suck. Which is why we're lucky that most of
Bye.
society. Which is why we're lucky
Wait
that
for
the
me.
majority of society.
Bacon.
Will you guys stop fucking around?
That was the wrong button.
All right. Which is why, like I said, we need to be grateful that most of society generally likes using, at least around in my area of architecture, likes using corner fed rather than center fed. Not sure about where you live, Preach.
We're a gaggle fuck of whatever stops crocodile snakes and shit getting in.
Okay, well that's Australia.
My entire house is actually corner fed, but then my parents' house is all center fed, so.
There you go. Alright, so now that we understand differences in all of them, I'm going to draw it out first on the map, so everyone keep your map open for this. I'm going to draw out how room clearance should work. I'm going to use a corner fed room first. And then once we do that, I will walk you guys through center fed, and then we'll go practice. So everyone sees the building on the map, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
I can't do that. All right.
Yeah,
So we're
you
going to have
can.
dots. We're just going to use dots. I was going to try and number them, but that won't work.
Could I
this
suggest
is a-
different colors for the dots?
So icky.
You
Wait,
want
there's
these
something
guys
that
to
does
learn?
that.
They're visual learners.
We're special.
Emphasis
With a
on special.
With, yeah,
The true
capital
special
S.
forces.
All right. So does everyone see all different colored dots now?
Yes.
fine.
I'm colorblind.
Yep.
Warner, shut the fuck up. All right. So when making tree into a corner-fed room. Your number 1 man technically has 2 options. If he's smart, he always uses 1. And I'm going to give you guys a moment to think on that, and I'm going to let you guys take a guess as to which way number 1 man is going to go when he enters the room. Is he going to go this way, or is he going to go this way? So what is your guys' consensus on which way they're going? Is it are they going to button hook the door, or are they going to go straight through?
Button hook.
Button hook.
All right, you're correct. Why are they going to button hook?
The one's on Whisper.
If there's a dude in this corner, he's gonna shoot him, and that's gonna be bad.
Son of a bitch, you stole my answer.
I can hear you, but yes. The reason that you want to button hook across the door with a corner fed room is because you get 2 things. 1, you clear this corner, which is your number 1 immediate threat, and 2, you actually sweep the entire room with your weapon. Part of your drills that you'll go over when doing this is you'll learn that you put 2 shots towards any Op4 you see when conducting room clearance. It doesn't matter if you're actually going to be able to hit them or not, you ratch 2 rounds off. Even if they're not in your official end state sector of fire, you pop the shots. So your 1 man, as he's doing that hook, is basically if anyone's in this room, as long as they are exposed to this door, they're getting fucking shot at.
What if it's a hostage?
You don't shoot at them.
Did you really just ask that fucking question?
But what if you don't know?
If you don't know, in
Check the
CQC,
hands, bro.
yeah, check their hands. And
But if
as
you're trying to
unfortunate as
sweep
this is
around quickly,
at Warner, that's why you guys have to practice this, because you're going to learn to identify. 2, if you're unsure, double tap. The medics can always generally fix someone we hit in CQC. We really can't afford to replace you guys. Mostly because idiots are in short supply recently. But anyways.
Are you sure about that one?
Are you sure?
To be honest,
Are
I keep
you
finding
sure?
more of us.
Aside from Marshall's like clusterfuck of demon spawn that he picks up. Anyways, folks, like I said, focusing on in. You button hook the door, pop 2 shots. Once you're in this corner, so our lovely man here has button hooked his door, and he is now here. I'm going to draw his sector of fire out. There's about to be a lot of lines. If it starts getting confusing to you guys on these lines, let me know, and let me know what I need to delete so you guys can visually tell. That way, you guys don't have to fucking panic.
Fuck.
So, number 2 man, right? What's the number 1 thing we generally follow when doing CQC? When it comes to entering the door, what is the next man supposed to do?
no.
There is a word for that. So there's actually a statement for that, what the number 2 man is supposed to do.
Recheck the first guy's line?
Opposite direction.
Oh.
Or the opposite direction of the man in front of you. Which is why it's generally useful for your point man to call the direction he's going, but pushing that aside, you go the opposite direction of the man in front of you. Do that so you maintain control of the room. And actually, he's a little far there, but I digress. So our number 2 man. Come in. And he's there now. Do.
Opposite direction. I don't know.
Nope. Nope.
Oh.
Preach, I just want to ask this question so I can their proper core concepts now. Are we going offensive room clearance or defensive room clearance? Because I want to know how you want these guys taught for their number 4s.
Well, I
There's
mean, it's
2
gonna
ways
be.
we can do it.
They've got to be
We can
taught
do
both
number
'cause it's
4
gonna be
offen-
flexible.
All right. So
Both
for those of you
offensive.
here, what does number 4 generally do when you guys are conducting room clearance?
Watch
Sits on
the exit.
guard.
On guard.
You're right. Watch the exit. There is another option for the number 4 man that doesn't get shown to most line infantry because line infantry are fighting in a conventional environment, and in conventional environments, watching the exit is fucking key to make sure no one comes in behind you. In hostage rescue, counter terror, everything else, where is your number 4 man going to go right now?
Into the room.
Okay. And what is he going? And how is he going to go into the room compared to number 3?
Opposite direction.
There you go. So either if it's conventional, remember if it's conventional, number 4 stops in the doorway, turns around, covers the doorway. this environment, ignoring the squiggle in the line, just assume it's straight, he's going to end up there. I'm going to redraw this black line here because I actually positioned him a little improperly for the sake of the demo. Better. Alright. Sectors of fire. Why is this man here? Well, first things first, why are none of these guys actually, like, straight up along the wall?
Because there's
Why are
only
they not
3
hugging
things
the
that
wall?
follow walls.
Does anyone know what those 3 things that follows walls are?
Nope.
Bullets, RPGs, and retards.
Now, second question for you guys. Why is it safe for the 1-man and the 2-man to not be directly in these corners? Why is it safe for them? Why can they afford to have a blind spot there, basically?
Because they were walking towards it anyway.
Bingo. They know that corner is clear because as they were advancing down the wall, anything in that corner died. So we've stopped, we've dominated the room. Okay, we have sectors of fire now. So how are these sectors of fire going to work? I'm going to draw them out. You guys can ask any questions once I have them drawn all the way out. They're going to be color-coded again. Use my poor drawing capabilities.
What, dude? No, you go help clean.
Better than Marshall's.
Hurt yourself.
I do.
Alright, does everyone see the clusterfuck of an art picture in the center of the page?
Yep.
Yes.
Glorious, how much?
Alright, so does everyone see how, 1, the center of that room is a complete clusterfuck of overlapping sectors of fire, and basically anyone who shows their face in the center of the room is gonna fucking die?
Yes.
Yep.
Does everyone see that every corner except our entry corner, it is covered by a weapons system?
Yes.
Alright. Does everyone see, and this is the particular part, does everyone see now where the red and black or corner people's sectors of fire are? How they're from
Yep.
the corner to right up on the edge of that next person.
Yes.
You understand now as well why the person that is there, that edge there, the corner people, aren't actually in their corners.
Yep.
I
Alright, because
have
only-
a question, Doolittle. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was always taught for Battle Drill 6, which is room clearing, that you're supposed to keep your weapon a meter off the muzzle of your friendly to not
And that
flag
is
each other.
exactly what they're doing. That's why they've backed off the corners.
Alright, that's what I was just
So they
making
don't
sure
flag
that was...
each other, because you don't flag each other then, and then you continue your dominance of that whole corner. Because if he's standing in this corner and you follow the meter off the muzzle rule, you're now aiming at about here. You know? But if
I
you're
just
standing
wanted-
back here and it's a meter off the muzzle, it's there. And yes, we follow that here with room clearance.
Just kind of making it clear for everybody. That was kind of a, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Second thing, guys, I know we almost always operate under the rule of if I don't have any questions, I assume the answer is you know and move on. This is not one of those lessons. This is a lesson where if I don't get resounding "we understands" from a majority of the group, I will sit down and explain it, because this is something you guys have to know, and you have to know the details of it, because CQC is a detail-oriented game, and fucking these details up will blow the entire CQC mission.
Can you explain meter off the muzzle?
Sure.
Right.
Go ahead and pop your weapon up there, Cook. Does everyone see where Cook's muzzle is, right?
Yep.
Yes.
If I am covering the like, let's say that right here, Cook is now standing against the wall, right? Like right where he is. And I am in this position over here. Actually, this is a really shitty room to explain it in, but you see how he's standing off the corner, and the sector fires the meter off. See how he's got his muzzle there? To avoid flagging him, and what flagging is basically meaning, I point a loaded weapon at a battle buddy. I have flagged you. It's the risk of shooting a friendly. To prevent that from happening, I shift my aim a meter into my sector of fire off of his muzzle, and that's where my sector of fire starts. So you guesstimate a meter from where the tip of his muzzle is, you shift it left. At this distance, that puts you basically directly in that corner, right there. That one is where your sector of fire starts, and then it continues all the way across to your next point of domination. Does everyone see how that works now?
Yes.
All right. Does anyone have any questions on how center-fed rooms work? Not center-fed, corner-fed.
Corner.
I'm gonna be doing that all goddamn day now. God damn it. Anyone have any questions on how corner-fed rooms work?
No.
Negative.
All right. I've heard 4. So my 4 that said they understand. We're gonna go back to the corner-fed room. Rich, do we have a true corner-fed to work out of, just so I don't have to use them with that clusterfuck of a room?
Here.
Perfect.
Do you explore the spaces I build you?
No, I haven't had a chance to
Like
explore
this
this.
one's corner fed as well. Like perfect.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
we're gonna we'll use this one. So my 4 people that know what they're doing line up outside this door, back ready to breach.
Can I switch
We'll
to
go
live
over the
rounds and
steps.
shoot them if they fuck up?
No,
Wait, which one is this? Is
Alright.
this defensive or convention?
this is gonna be all. We're gonna
Alright.
defensive and conventional are the same thing. This
Yeah.
is gonna be. We'll go with offensive for now because defensive is or
Dart
conventional
defensive.
is rather easy to do because your last man's your machine gunner and your last man literally steps
Yeah.
like into the doorway like this right about where I am
Wait.
here, pivots
Wait.
and drops.
Did I
And
go
he's
back?
he's literally just pointing his fucking machine gun at the door, and if anything not you steps through, he gets lit the fuck up.
Sorry, I was never taught, or sorry, I was just taught never to crouch unless you had a malfunction overhit. No matter what
It's-
position you were.
To be
Actually, I wouldn't
completely honest,
be
Cook,
at least 1 or 2.
the U.S. Army's way of teaching CQC is such a
be two.
clusterfuck of unit
used to.
SOP. It's not even funny
Alright, I was just
because we
trying to
got
clear it up
taught.
for me.
I have been taught in my career in the Army, Cook, 3 separate ways to do CQC by conventional units. 3
Fair enough.
separate goddamn ways.
Mhm.
The only places that have it standardized are fucking special forces, and that's because if they don't, they all die.
That's true.
At least in the Army, it's standardized. I'm not sure about you.
I just
Breach.
say that because I have my lovely Bible of 3-21.8 or whatever it is.
Yeah, throw your
Infantry's log.
doctrine out.
See-
Throw your
see.
doctrine out the window.
Alright, I
love-
was just
You can
clarifying
tell
for me.
he's being an officer. 1, he refers to the field manual.
You know
2,
why? 'Cause it's my
he thinks
Bible
the
right
field manual works. And 3,
Matters.
he'll sit there and argue that it works until an enlisted NCO goes, "Sir, you're wrong."
Hey, I'm not arguing it's right.
That's
I'm
gonna
just
be-
saying
that's
how
gonna
I'm
be-
taught. So that when I do this,
No, I
I
know.
don't
No,
fuck it
I
up.
know. Yeah,
No, no.
Reason they call it a field
Let's
manual.
put it
Field
this way:
manual works.
the last
It would be
thing
great
I
if-
was taught was literally we get in, we control the room, and if anyone is still alive after we put bullets in them, we either shoot them again. Let's put it this way: my last indoctrination into CQC was: you see that magazine? Yep. Use as many rounds as you feel applies to kill the target.
Alright.
So,
That's what it'll come down to eventually. But anyways, proper approaches to the proper setup of the stack and entry into the room. We're gonna set this one up like handling it outside, just for ease of teaching it to you off the start right now. So I want you guys to set up the stack like you would be if we were entering a building from the street.
hi guys, I'm your terrorist. My name is Ahmed, and I'll be serving you some suicide.
All right, everyone, tighten. First things first, tighten this line the fuck up.
What speed or stance are we going in?
Walking
You're-
pace.
you're
walking,
walking,
pace,
standing.
Walking pace
Copy.
for now.
The reason that you originally go in standing and not crouching or anything like that is you want to be imposing to the targets inside the building. Remember, these guys are going to have eventually, possibly the door blown in on them, a flashbang going in. Real world, it's 9 bangs. So if you've ever seen it go off, they'll throw a little they'll throw a grenade in, and then you'll just hear bang, 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 bang. That is generating bright flashes and loud noises to disorientate. Then you guys are storming in right on top. It's literally speed, aggression, and violence of action that wins you a CQC battle. It's not better training. It's not better weapons. It's not better equipment. It's the speed that you get in the room.
Serves dominance.
Yeah, the speed that you assert your dominance, and your violence of action by throwing in a distraction, walking in, you know it's going off, you're ignoring it, you're looking at their hands. Are they armed? If they're armed, they get as many rounds as it takes for them to drop.
Make it turn around.
Werner, that jumps back to your question of what if it's a hostage. Hostages will generally be down on the floor. Hostages will generally be handcuffed or secured in some way, or they
Tied
will be
up.
absolutely fucking terrified of that flashbang and will be on the ground,
But
covering their
reason-
ears and trying not to get shot.
The reason I asked that
However-
is because
If you have even a second hesitation on that matter, you put 2 in that target and you move on. If they're a hostage afterwards, fucking sucks. They should have been a little more careful. The important part is making sure you secure that room properly, because for all you know, that person that didn't have a weapon in their hand had a detonator behind their back.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because you said when the first guy, at least, he hooks like around this way, and he should put 2 rounds in everyone he sees
Yeah, it's
direction.
assumed that you're talking threats.
Well,
If you
Okay.
can't tell, they get hit.
9 times out of 10, real world, especially when you're dealing with ISIS and Hezbollah and all that, they're in orange suits. Don't shoot the orange. But as Doolittle said, if they're a hostage or a prisoner, they're going to be bound, they're going to be gagged, or they're going to be sitting in the corner already in a crouched fetal position. It is human nature, gentlemen, when you are being physically dominated over and a fear reaction, you go into the fetal position. Part of the fight or flight, except they take the flight away from you. So you fight them so much, and then eventually you go into a concussive shell. You guys have all heard of SEER School, correct?
No.
No?
Yep.
All right. U.S. Army SEER School, Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape Training. Officers, Special Forces pilots, different jobs go through it. It simulates a plane crash that you have survived in a foreign country, get hunted, and eventually you get captured. Depending upon when you get captured, depends how long you spend in the resistance portion, which is you in a POW camp. Everyone's heard of Delta Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
First
Yes.
Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, Tier 1 U.S. Special Forces. They are the U.S. Army's counterterrorism team. As an exercise once, they went and liberated the POW phase of SEER. Now, these are young men and women who have gone through officer school, pilots, special forces operators, guys who you think are switched on. They, within 24 to 48 hours of being in the prison phase, were so resigned to being tortured, beaten, and possibly killed by the instructors that when Delta came and rescued them, 5 of the officer candidates had their jaws broken by Delta Force because they tried to attack the Deltas. So
Yeah.
it is so very quick, and what people don't realize is that by depriving a human being of any kind of social interaction, you can break their spirit and cause them to basically go catatonic. So that's the situation that you face in situations real world like Afghanistan, Iraq, and counterterrorism situations. Is these people are in such confined and stressful circumstances that they just lock in on themselves and they will try and get the fuck out the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Psychology lesson aside, if you guys are
Battlefield
interested in these
psychology.
if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, I have some books I can refer you to, and Preach knows a hell of a lot more about it than I do because Sasser. But anyways,
Was that a story?
Oh god.
good resource. No, that's not one of the stories,
Oh.
or that's not one of his stories. But yeah, that's something that happened. That's why if they do any exercises like that from now on, they use units
brief
that
them.
are they brief them, but they also use units that are a little more in tune with battlefield psychology and know how to handle it, because there are ways to step people down from that state that don't involve breaking jaws and cuffing them.
Which is generally the Delta go-to.
Well, Delta, if you blitz a Delta guy, then yeah, that's happening. Anyways, the way you would set up on a street. Go ahead and get that stack lined up properly again, gentlemen, for entering from an outside a street.
Back up a bit.
There you go. One thing first, right there, is you can see trying to do. Keep your muzzle back from the corner there, because all it takes to blow an entire breach is is me seeing this and going, oh, there's someone outside, shooting a grenade out the door,
He's
No.
American.
or shooting through the wall.
Housekeeping!
Do you guys
Alright, back up.
see
Back up.
why that's important?
Yeah.
So you keep that there.
Point of order.
Go ahead.
Don't forget, guys, we have these wonderful people called breachers, who may be just standing over here, placing a charge, and then running away. And going, kaboom, now you have door open.
Yeah. We will go over tomorrow. We'll be going over how to integrate all of these advanced things. This is the basic part of your theory because you need to know this shit to integrate everything else properly. But anyways, stacking up for clear. Point man. Point man's in charge of watching the door, opening the door, and being the first man into the room. He's also going to be responsible for visually sweeping the door to make sure there's no bombs or tripwires attached to said door. Number 2 man. You're covering from the point man's shoulder right out to about where I am standing. Also, you are somewhat covering the point man when he's doing his sweep if he has to step out of the stack to successfully complete it. Number 3 man. You're going to be covering from where I'm standing, where I'm standing again. So Minnie, you would be covering the basically outside of the 4th sector of fire. Last man. You're from right about here, back to the wall of this building. That is until the point man says he is ready to breach. As soon as the point man is ready to breach, everyone spin themselves around in the direction of travel, and you pass the tap forward. So, point man goes, all right, we're ready to breach.
Let's do this.
Not exactly said like that. Everyone spins.
All right.
The tap goes forward. So you,
Jenkins.
Bacon, you tap Minnie. Minnie, you pass the tap forward.
Tap.
Baron, you pass the tap forward,
Oh.
and then you make entry into the room.
Man.
Go ahead and make your entry, guys. There you go. Everyone that's watching, go ahead and come into the room now. Everyone standing along the wall, take a step forward. Now you guys are properly spaced. Remember, you are using the wall to help guide you. You are not making sweet, tender love to it. Stay off the wall. Wall will give you aids.
What is that clicking noise?
Someone's tapping the
Yeah, honestly,
trigger.
I do not know. Anyways, the people that weren't in the formation, do you guys see how the second fire line up in this room?
Yes.
Does it make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Did the entry methods make sense?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
my 4 people that were just giving the demonstration, line up on this wall here. You guys will be observing their entry. I need 4 more people lined up outside there. Go through your proper entry methods, up to and including the point man sweeping the door, saying they're ready. Pass the tap forward and make entry. Breach, if you will handle the
as a
outside, I will
side
handle the inside.
Dorka.
Yeah.
Dorka.
Who's our 1 and 2 guys?
By the way, Doolittle,
We got the one.
I screenshotted your awesome picture.
Okay,
Oh god.
2 of you guys. All right.
Oh fuck.
I can see a backpack.
One- Did you just load?
No.
That's gonna give you away.
Fucking- All
I
right.
think
So
Americans
Werner,
are coming.
you and Star are basically
Alright.
locked inside each other. Star, as Werner starts to move and goes around as he's doing his hook, you're coming through the door at the same time. Okay, 3 and 4, as they go in, number 3 man, you're gonna just go 1, and then you 2
Watch
are
the
gonna
door,
enter
guys. You guys
almost
will
in
watch
at the
and see
same
how this
time.
looks from the inside of the room.
Okay.
Right? And why this will be.
The
why
reason
this
that you're
is when
doing it
combined with
this
everything
way
else
is it gives
such a
1 and 2 to
dominating
go
effect.
in, start to get the domination on the room. You guys still have outside security. They have then moved far enough that if a grenade goes off or something goes off in there as you guys are coming through the door, hopefully you're not getting fragged while they are. Okay, so it's 1, 2, pause, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, pause, 3, 4.
I'm just doing quick dust.
So make it nice and tight in the stack. Okay, you guys want to be nut to butt in the stack. Closer, closer. Like personal space does not exist, guys. Because you want to be able to move and get in.
Your leg.
Something else for everyone else to hear right now as well. As you've probably just heard Preach say, there's a pause in the stack, right? It is literally just that. It is a quick pause, almost like a shutter step. The reason that we use said shutter step is quite simply, at walking speed, it makes a big fucking difference. That space looks huge. When you're doing this shit at full speed, it is quite literally, you are now a shutter step apart from your guys. It'll stop you from catching any explosives they may catch going in, but it's not going to make an overall difference when you take over the room.
So Oaks, starting with you guys, you've got prepare to breach. So Oaks, you're gonna then everyone's gonna turn around to face the front. You're gonna pass that tap up,
There we go.
tap the shoulder. There you go.
Breaching.
Oaks, you're facing front. 1,
Oh,
2,
Americans.
pause, 3, 4.
Alright. Alright, so everyone saw how Werner stopped halfway point. while this is technically an on a room this big, you want to push down a little more, Werner, just so you're not as tight to your number 3 man.
3/4 rule.
Yup. 3/4 down the wall, turn, you now have your position.
Yeah.
Your third and fourth men in. I generally go with 1/2 to 1/3 for each down the wall, if you're cool with that, depending on the room size. But keep yourself a comfortable distance from the door and from your man that went in first. But your first 2 in, 3/4 down the wall will get you your proper of sector fire over the room every single time.
So I want to introduce a little thing that is officially frowned upon real world, but it happens. It's called the failure drill. You may have heard me reference this a couple of times. The failure drill literally consists of this. He was already on the ground, possibly dead. He twitched. My rounds have failed to kill him, i.e. the failure drill, which is you put more rounds into him until he stops moving. The reason being, the human body will fire off nerve endings when it's dying, which causes muscle spasms. Now, if the guy has a detonator or anything and he's not in death throes, he might be trying to detonate himself, the building, might be trying to reach for his AK. Your job is to stop that threat. So don't be afraid to conduct a failure drill if we happen to have a situation where you think the guy's not dead.
If they're dead, if they're not dead, you think they're a threat, you shoot until that threat is resolved. Whether that be they stop moving and they're still alive and the medic can patch them up, or they end up paying a visit to whatever version of hell they're going to. But you need to make sure that your primary concern is always the safety of yourself and your team. And if that involves putting 2 more rounds into somebody who's laying around on the ground and twitching about, so be it.
Or just helping them get there.
Mm-hmm.
Double
Press
take.
ticket. It's not a double tap. It's literally as many rounds as you need. So if you think this guy's still alive and 2-3 rounds didn't do it before, and you feel like he needs 30 rounds of 5.56 through the cerebellum,
If you
put
guys
30 rounds on
put 30 rounds
5.56.
of 5.56 cerebellum, I want to hear a good goddamn reason why. Because now you're just wasting fucking bullets you could have put towards somebody else. Anyways,
kept twitching.
does anyone have any yeah, from the impacts of your fucking rounds. Anyways, does anyone have any questions on corner-fed rooms?
No.
Negative.
Negative.
Can anyone take a guess as to why we teach corner-fed rooms first? You can answer as we walk over to a center-fed room.
They're the easier of the two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are far fucking easier than the clusterfuck known as a center-fed room. Can anyone tell me? They're easier at this level. They're easier for them to learn, I would say.
What the fuck was that?
That's Preach going in because
that was the
he
native
subscribes to
Preach
a theory
mating
that
call.
it's not easy.
I am aroused.
I subscribe to the theory that they are, and it's my class, so they're easier. Anyways.
You have the box.
My interest has been piqued.
Yep. This is a box of bullshit. Alright. So everyone open up your maps. And if you look below our first glorious picture, you're going to see a second glorious picture being made.
He's like Picasso.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You got everyone here, Preach?
Yeah. Except for Jordy, who joined and then disconnected.
Okay. So everyone sees our lovely center-fed room here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, Preach, I'm gonna save entering, like, crossing the X for tomorrow.
Don't even fucking
Because
bother.
it's important to know how to do, but right now I want to stick with them having a simplistic method, because basic CQC, not advanced.
Dude, I wouldn't even bother crossing the X. I'd just do fucking center feed light.
See, I want it. I'm gonna suggest we teach it, just because crossing the X has certain situations where that's the method you have to go with, and I'd rather them know it than try and figure it out on the fly.
I'm in a building.
I've had to
more
cross
what
it.
I'm getting
I've
at.
had to cross it a couple of times, entering buildings in Arma, and a couple of times entering compounds. It's not common, but it's something that that's why I'm saving it for tomorrow. Anyways,
Yeah, fair enough.
crossing the X, guys, as it sounds pretty simple. It is pretty simple in practice, but it gets complicated fucking quickly, especially in how to proceed from a crossed X. So we're not going to tip to you now. So, looking at the center fed room, which direction do you think our number 1 man is going?
Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep, your number 1 man is going to do this. Where's your number 2 man going?
Opposite
Left.
direction.
You are partially correct.
Where is your number 3 man going?
30 degrees right.
What?
Preach, do we have a slap option available in Arma?
Tap the shoulder until they get annoyed.
You know what, Preach? No, instead, Preach, I want you to do something very specific. I want you to walk up to whoever said 30 degrees to the right, and I want you to punch them in the face with the animation.
It was Mini.
Well,
It was
I gotta
Warner.
find which one's
Is
mini.
Mini.
It was
It is back here.
There you
over
go.
there.
I've been
Let me know when it's
punched.
been done. We'll feel
Oh, sorry.
vindicated.
Whoops.
Star's done it like 4 times.
And
Alright,
tapped
alright,
me.
now you guys can stop. Alright. So does
But I
everyone
won't drop his
see...
face.
Alright, so does everyone see where this is right now?
Here.
There's
Oh.
other variations to how you can do this. I'm assuming when you said not quite, you were talking about the variation where they push down the next wall a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you can see in the drawing here, guys, bang entirely on this back wall. I'm doing it because that's the way that I've mostly done, but as a side note, just to keep pre-chappy, there is a variant where your 1-mans will push down this wall a little more. It's just a way of not splicing, splitting up your sectors of fire differently.
The reason that you would push down, guys, is if it's a large-ish room with furniture and obstacles. The reason that you push is to get your fields of fire around said obstacles in case Ahmed bin Hamadabala is sitting behind a couch with an AK waiting for you guys to not be paying attention before he pops up and screams Allah Akbar for 72 olive oil.
Can someone tell me why in a corner-fed room, that's not as big of a problem as it is in a center-fed?
Because you're getting all corners.
As Bacon, yeah, you said there, it lessens the problem, because if you look at the sectors of fire we have drawn out on that first picture, do you see how they're basically covering almost every approachable direction except the whole 100% backside here?
Yeah.
You basically will be able to see most people that are trying to hide behind furniture at that point, or under something, or trying to contort themselves up to stay concealed. You look here at this on the whole back wall setup. We don't have that. We're all looking the same direction, right? So anything that's this entire backside here doesn't have that. If you push these people on the wall a bit, and you change how they look into the room like that, you get an arguably better view than you even do on this right here. There can be a case made, say, that you put them also at risk of being shot by friendlies, which, while technically true, if you fucking still manage to shoot a friendly doing that method in a center-fed room, you need to learn something called trigger discipline.
There is also another way of doing a center feed room, which actually makes your life easier, but I don't think I want to counter U.S. doctrine because your head will explode.
Lots of grenades.
Teach it. Teach it.
I'm open to learning it, but
Take your corner fed and throw it in the center feed.
like push, 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 push like that,
Black and green stay where they are.
and blue and
Red
and blue
proceeds
rotate this way.
3/4 way down
This
the
wall.
right wall. Blue takes the corner. You then have all sectors of fire completely covered.
Okay.
Red
so you
and
guys
black
just vary off
don't
of the,
muzzle brake.
vary off the. Okay. So you guys then just vary off of the slight push that black and
Yeah.
that black and red would do in the U.S. format, and you change it to black and green goes static.
Yeah.
These two basically rotate themselves 90 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
He goes down this way. He goes that way. Okay.
Now and then you've got red
Yeah, so
covering
you
there.
just basically pretend that this door didn't
Black's
exist once you're in the
covering
room, and you set it up to
there.
as you came through that door.
Yeah. Green covers there.
I
And
am
then you've
confused.
got blue
Too many lines.
who covers there. So you got everything covered without muzzle sweeping
Without muzzles in between each other or stacking on the same wall. That's not bad. We'll work on that one tomorrow as well, Preach. I just want to get the basics down today.
Oh no, that's fine. That's why I said your head would explode because it's so simple yet so effective.
It just changes. It's just you.
Unlike the U.S., who are like, let's do shit complex.
Well, the U.S. theory, Preach, really comes from the fact that we try and shorten the amount of movement time we have.
Yeah.
Which is arguably understandable, but I can also see where I'm assuming that's a Commonwealth way of doing it, where it makes just as much sense to trade those seconds for better dominance of the room.
You got better dominance of the room, you can search, and then depending upon where your hostage target, whatever is, you have 3 rifles covering from different angles while one approach is issuing instructions.
Yep. Whereas for us, we would dominate this room. Yeah, this is probably going to confuse the shit out of everybody what we're talking about. I apologize in advance. Our theory preaches we dominate the room initially, and then we push our people down the walls and secure from there.
Which the problem with that and how we tried to counter that is because you don't have full dominance over the entire room.
Nothing can change after you have your
nothing
speed
can
and
change
of action.
once we're in. Yeah.
Yep. Whereas you guys just go for the initial, hey, we're gambling with a longer initial movement time, but we have almost 100% dominance at the end.
Well,
sorry for that confusing exchange of military cultural exchange right there. That right there is that right there kind of exemplifies some of the differences between U.S. and Commonwealth militaries. Anyways, sectors of fire. I will let you know what we're gonna do this interesting way, Preach.
Yeah.
One of you is going to either volunteer or get icked.
Mini volunteers.
Everybody volunteer at once.
First person I saw step forward was Bacon.
Okay.
Bacon, make sure you're on global chat. Using the color-coded system, like the one we did on the corner fed, I want you to draw out what the sectors of fire are going to look like for a center fed room. Go ahead and let me know when you're done.
Center fed?
The room that we're in.
The room that we're in. The room that I have drawn on the map that is the center fed one. I want you to draw out what the sectors of fire will look like for a center fed room.
I'm gonna remove the
corner fed.
Corner fed to ease confusion.
Pardon. How do you draw?
Left control.
It's going to
click.
be left control, then click and move your mouse to change your colors. That bar at the top of your left corner, you'll see it's immediately to the left of the dot icon or the icon selector you have. It's going to be a color. You change that to change the colors. Once these basics are taught, Preach, then we get to run them through all the bloody drills. We're going to split them into even groups, Preach. I want to split the assistant team leaders up between the groups, and then we'll just make even groups as best we can, and we'll keep walking them through.
You dinosaur, you can take the dinosaur.
As he talks to his kids, of course.
Why are you out here not cleaning? Do you want a toothbrush to clean the bathroom? Then clean your fucking room so it's spotless. Go. Just be lucky we don't have any brass.
Alright, aside from the color coding, you're good there? So everyone sees what he's drawn on the map, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see some of the problems that Preach was talking about, and see how in U.S. theory some things are assumed to have been taken care of already when they might not be.
There was a couch.
No. You've got a bunch of dead zone right through the fatal funnel that if anyone happens to be behind an object, you're not going to see or anything like that. But
because there's a blind
spot.
spot.
You've got cover in depth, but not closeness.
You have a blind spot right there that if someone's sitting there with a KM, can pop up and hit someone before you them down. And I'm not going to get into the science and how the human eye tracks movement and everything else and how it's likely but unlikely at the same time because it's a concern and it can happen and it has happened.
Can I ask about a field of fire? Wouldn't it make more sense to do it like use the color coding?
So you gave blue to red and then
he's
giving blue to all of them.
He's doing blue for all of them to compensate for black's all black that he did.
Because then right here would be...
Because that's not confusing.
Yeah,
the way you drawn it,
the beginning right here would be...
You're giving red and black too much area of responsibility.
Okay.
So the reason that the the reason that the fields of fire are the way that they are is because rather than one person have to continuously scan almost 180 degrees in front of them, you're only getting a 45-degree arc that you can constantly cover quickly and effectively. Because the way that human vision works is the best way to do it, to look for targets at least, is start far, work close. So your widest arc is at the end that you're covering because you're sweeping, you're looking, mid-ground, close ground, clear. Now, that's why if you give red and black that, they're sweeping almost the entire room by themselves.
Put that in perspective, Warner. And literally, it'll make perfect sense for you if you do this. I want you to go to a room that is not like a super tight one, like a decent sized room. Not in the game, but in reality, I want you to go into a decent sized room. I want you to stand in the corner. I want you to, like these guys are. I want you to sweep your method first, like the start from the muzzle, like across the body muzzle breaks all the way down to that opposite wall. And then I want you to sweep the way that Bacon has it drawn, and tell me which one would have taken you less time if you had to identify all sorts of threats and make sure that a room was completely clear.
Okay, I'll be right back.
He's actually going to probably go grab his M4 and physically do this.
I'm fine with that because I'm driving home.
Going to go get a snack.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like seriously, guys, if you guys have a chance to do that right now, take a moment, stand up and do it, and you'll see what we're talking about. Now imagine trying to do that you're in a calm state right now, a learning state. Imagine trying to do that while you're amped up on adrenaline, possibly having just dumped a bunch of rounds.
Or amphetamines.
And
or
Red Bull.
amphetamines,
Or monster.
or any sorts of, whatever. Let's call it battle high. Let's say you're on your battle. Imagine doing that on your battle high. Like that surge of adrenaline and oh shit. There are 3 people here I know, or actually, if Achilles is still here somewhere, there are 4 people here that know what I'm talking about. And know why that this makes perfect fucking sense the way it's done.
Once, like, we used to clear rooms in
I
airsoft.
actually used my AK, but yeah, I get it completely.
You see how big that sec fire is compared to one that's not? And how much swing you would have to do to get a weapon on target? And in a zone where you have seconds to win, it matters. The only people that don't follow a doctrine like that are insurgents, and insurgents just do whatever the fuck. So it really doesn't matter.
And funnily enough, the reason that the insurgents are so goddamn effective is because there's no predictability.
Predict them. Professionals are predictable, and the world is
Amateurs
full of
are not.
amateurs.
I mean, look at the Afghan squat. They can effectively engage a target out to 1,000 meters. I mean, they don't have to hit it, but they can suppress and be completely in cover.
Welcome to this crazy world. Do I have everyone back here? Where did Achilles go, by the way?
He had a crash that he believes may have been caused by his PC overheating because it's full of dust.
Well, he should clean it.
Well, I hope he's fixing it.
He's actually taking it apart right now.
Alright, cool. So hopefully we'll see him again. So everyone sees how these sectors of fire work out. Bacon's drawn out essentially the best, quote unquote, I'll say best. This is the simple way we're going to use for now.
I tried my best.
Just remember that as you heard Cooks talking about, and how me and Preach explained, it's going to come down to SOPs. So take these base skills and be ready to learn off of them. Because how Preach's team is going to be clearing rooms, I can 100% guarantee at some point will differ from how my team will.
Oh yeah.
Because each of us have different tastes and theories on how we do things. I can almost 100% guarantee you guys, those of you that are in Preach's team, y'all are going to be using the Commonwealth way to handle a center-fed room.
That's better for me, because I know that a bit better.
Yeah, that seems like a better option.
Warren like, she.
Nah, I actually like Commonwealth way better from the seams
I'm not
of
going to
it.
lie to my team tours. I'm probably going to steal that, because I didn't know the Commonwealth did it that way, but it makes more goddamn sense to me than the US way of doing things.
Yeah, I like that better too.
Jesus.
Preacher starts dying like, did Holsworth fucking give the Commonwealth
Well,
a
he has been
compliment?
smoking
Oh my
that the
God.
entire time we've been here.
Okay there, Preach.
Ice from my Pepsi went into my lungs.
That, gentlemen, is the gasp of
At
the camp
least it
that was
wasn't
said.
coke.
Sorry, you have the wrong
Alright, guys.
flag.
So, what we're gonna do here now is, as a group, I want my original group of 4 that did the demonstration on the corner fed room first, come in here and do the demonstration on the center fed room. So stack up, make your entry.
Yeah.
And I want the rest of the people that didn't do that, that haven't done that the first time, to observe from the
Should we go
outside.
on the
So
other
everyone
wall?
else, go outside. No, you're gonna use this wall here.
Alrighty.
We will worry about flipping the walls for entry and everything else once you guys are practiced in the art of getting in
Because-
initially.
Because we know what they do on the outside, can we
You can go
watch from the
inside and
inside?
You can go inside and watch, and then when you guys swap group that watch from the inside the first time, you will watch the wall from the outside.
Or Mr.
So-
Q.
Using this wall?
Marshall,
Cookies up.
Oaks, Marshall,
This
Oaks.
wall.
Yeah, you guys are gonna use this wall right here. Cause
Ah, see?
Go ahead and swap. Get set up. Star, go ahead and head inside to watch. So you guys get set.
Okay, I guess I'm last.
Ready.
Yep, you'll be the last man.
Oh, we're doing the U.S. way or the Commonwealth way? for
U.S.
this
way.
one?
U.S. way.
Okay.
The way I drew on the paper.
Got
Ignore all of the lovely battle theory discussion Preach and I just had. Do it the U.S. way.
Got it.
Hang on, I'm trying to find tap.
Ready?
Got it.
Go, 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 go. Pew, 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 pew,
Walking
pew.
speed if you can.
Wait.
Wrong
Wrong
direction.
way there, Minnie.
Uh,
Opposite directions when entering the room. Now,
Derp.
to teach you guys the quick lesson of how the U.S. room advances from here. Because as you can see, they haven't really dominated the whole room. They've dominated this front half, right?
Fuck you, American!
The way that the U.S. advances from here, I'm not sure if you guys got taught differently. If you did, I don't care. Although I will listen to your story on how they taught you guys, this is the way I got shown. Corners, start advancing down your wall.
Pew, 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 pew,
Middle
pew,
room, sidestep your corners.
pew, pew.
Wouldn't that
This
lead
is
to
why,
crossfire?
my opinion based on the way I got trained, exactly. Center-fed rooms are harder in a clusterfuck. Because you end up with a shit in a crossfire. Now, guaranteed you aren't going to advance all the way into these corners. You will short stop on the wall. Remember the 3/4 rule. But, you guys see how this can turn into a clusterfuck real goddamn quick.
Hi guys, we're going to do corner fed
Cook,
room.
I'm not sure if you
for
guys got
center
shown
feed
differently,
room.
but tell we
Yes.
got shown. And this
Okay.
is why I hate fucking center-fed
So,
bullshit.
so we show them how this works.
wait, hang on. I think I'm right.
In this situation, our fields of fire would be
What?
Except for it's only the 1 and 3
Okay.
man that move. 2 and 4
So-
chamber corners.
Okay,
First
you guys have the center. You guys have to have the
Okay.
centers.
Back up.
So
Yeah,
you
basically,
The centers
you hook
advance.
around,
Yeah.
and then you
Yes.
push down corner.
Right.
Okay.
You guys-
Okay.
Step out
It-
this side here. I want you
Okay.
guys to watch how they
Wait, so
make
I-
their
I-
entry.
I
All right,
push down
so
the
go outside
corner?
and watch watch them
Make
sure you
stack
tap
and make
so-
their entry.
You're going to come around and hook,
There you
push down in the
You
corner,
Alright.
and then you hold there.
Here, my
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
just make a quick suggestion real quick? Make sure you guys aren't pressed all the way against the wall since this is Arma, and I can currently see British's ass through the wall.
So
Yeah,
my
I
photo
don't
guys,
give a
come in
damn.
here. I set you up first so that you guys can. We show difference here. Okay. So one, you're going up into that corner. Yes.
Yeah. If you guys want to step in and watch how
Okay.
he sets this up, he's about to
Two.
give you a visual demonstration of why
You're coming
of the
3/4
Commonwealth
down this
Center-fed
wall.
way.
Okay. Okay.
Then come back
Okay.
outside when they go to do the live entry and why.
Now you're there. Okay. Hold. Go back to your left. Go back. Go back. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now you. Okay. Yes. You sexy bastard. Okay. You've got from Werner down to back corner there.
All right,
Small
so
little arc.
and
but
all of my
covers the
guys come
entire
off
room.
of his so everyone can see what everything
Okay.
looks like.
Okay. You magnificent beast.
And you all should
You cover from in
sort
front
see in this
of
room
Marshall's
right now what he was
barrel
talking about,
to
how
corner.
This room has now turned into
Okay.
a quote-unquote
Got it.
corner
You
fed room
magnificent bastard.
for the ease of covering the entire area.
Werner. Yes.
Once you guys have seen
Yes.
this,
You have
side and which
from your corner to Marshall's left side. Okay?
Whose
Okay?
left side? His
To
left,
Marshall's. To his left side. You don't cross his left side. You cross his left side, you fuck up.
This is very rich.
And you bastard guy.
Do you guys
Alright,
see the
so
difference
you covered
in
the
how
center
how
of
they
room.
turn that into a corner
Okay.
fed room off of a center fed?
That's basically what I just said.
That's
all
all
I
you
know. Told you what we
That's
do.
how,
Yeah.
how it's pointed, yeah?
You guys
Yeah.
just do it after
So
the
basically,
initial
your
entry.
job
Or
is
rather,
to cover the center of the room. Why
that's the way
center of
we
the room?
would end up
Because
doing it
9
if we
times
used
out
that
of
SOP.
10,
There's
See,
somebody
there's
Because
going to
it's
be
clusterfuck.
somebody
Yeah.
or something.
Obviously been
You
shown
will
already
also
before
be the
plenty of
man
times, but it's a
responsible for
clusterfuck and it
ensuring
sucks.
Yeah,
that the
how we're telling
clearance
you
is
is
done.
that
So you're the
it's one
last man
motion,
to
so
say
first
clear.
guy
You're the
goes
first
in,
one to say
he
that you're
goes in,
going out.
He hits the corner, then he moves
Okay,
up to
so
the other corner.
everyone, remember
In
where
one
you guys
motion.
are going.
As the
The
second.
our SOPs were our back
So
wall,
Marsh,
sides
you're gonna come
advance.
here. You're gonna
Which,
walk down towards this
As
corner.
you know, we all saw as a
You're then gonna
clusterfuck of a way to
orientate.
do it.
3/4 of the way down here.
That's why the army
Ship
sucks at
to me.
times, because,
Okay.
oh my god, we can't standardize
Are
anything.
you comfortable with that? You feeling good about that? Okay, man. Back to the top.
Jose the Slasher's back.
So you guys are going to want the setup here.
Set up. Make sure you're nut to butt. Like, I want you so tight to each other that literally you feel like you can taste what he had for breakfast.
Wait, fuck, I'm in him.
What? Not quite that tight.
Okay, not
Someone's
that
gonna
tight
step
that
out of
you're
the
in
way.
the wall. Okay? Alright, back
Once we
up.
get this
there you
demonstration,
go.
guys,
There
we're
you
going to
go.
break
All
down
right.
into teams. We're going to go to separate training areas, and we're going
Okay.
to start
Alright.
commencing these
Ready to
drills
breach?
in our teams.
Ready to breach. Breaching charges set. Tap it up.
And you're going to have a lot
Breaching.
of just
Boom.
working our way through and
You're going
slowly
in.
increasing the speed and how things
Going
get
in. Going in. You're going in. Okay, you're watching your sectors. You're watching your sectors. Okay. Obviously, this is kind of an oblongy room, and these kind of, whatever, but you get the idea. And as you can see, you
Good.
own this room, okay? You completely own the room, okay? Number
Can I have
4
this
man,
room?
number 3 man British, he owns the room. He is checking people. He's checking for information. He's checking for casualties. Clears the room. He controls the room. He is your control man. Okay? Okay. So once everyone is happy with that, they then announce clear. And then our fabulous little control man, he is the last one to say clear. Once he says clear, you bastards, you leave the room.
Alright. One last thing before we break
Clear.
off into our lovely teams to go start training these and drilling this until your fucking eyeballs dry up and your brains pour out of your ears.
Did Oaks call clear? I didn't hear
No,
him.
you
Yes, he
did not.
Wait,
Oaks
am
has
I meant
probably
to?
muted his goddamn mic again.
We'll
Anyways,
be doing
Room
it.
clear, boys.
exiting the
Clear.
room. Exiting the room, and make sure you guys fucking remember this and do this, otherwise you're going to get shot by one of us at some point. You call the number of people leaving the room and the words coming out. And if you're bringing a hostage out with you, for the fuck's sake, for the love of God and all things holy, add them to your number of people leaving, because if I see, 4 people come out and then a 5th person come out and don't realize he's being pushed out, like in handcuffs or dragged out, he's possibly getting shot,
5.0.
especially if he's not dressed like you guys. Like if the last person is dressed like us, we probably won't shoot you because we were able to PID, they miscalculated. If the last person coming out is wearing something different, they're probably getting shot.
Yeah. So one other thing to take from real world, again, it might be a common thing, is very per day what you say as you're coming out of the buildings. Reason being, if we say we're in an unconventional or counterinsurgency warfare scenario where we're constantly going into the same villages and asserting dominance and we're doing searches, if there are insurgents who may not possibly be armed and maybe in disguise for that day, and they hear you over a number of days say, hey, brah, 4 dudes coming out, and they want to fuck with people, there have been documented cases where they get their best English speaker to go, 4 guys coming out, and everyone's like, oh, okay, we got friendlies coming out. Next minute, AK rounds start blat, blat, blat. So to counter that, each day there's an assigned word of the day for the team. So Viking, bastards, dildo, cockmuncher,
4 dildos
Whatever.
coming out.
Or terror reads.
If it stops the insurgents from knowing what your phrases are and shooting you, they use it, and it's because they've lost fucking people over that shit.
Like
Welcome to fucking welcome to stuff like that. Welcome to fucking, especially in insurgency, counterinsurgency warfare. Shit gets nasty quick.
People died to learn this stuff.
Which is
Yeah.
basically that's how you learn
That's-
things in coin. It's not something you pick
Sorry
up
to
in
say.
training. Somebody lost their life, and we changed our shit to make sure that it wouldn't happen again.
So it could be as simple as 4 dudes, 4 guys, 4 Broncos, 4 Cowboys, 4 Vikings, whatever.
Same thing as helicopters, guys. Like you said, when we mark an LZ, we don't ever say the smoke color on the radio. And that's
kinda
because
like the
if the
dildo
enemy
one.
gets smart, realizes we're marking with the LZ with smoke, and they pop a different color smoke grenade, and the pilot sees that first, and they call green, and you pop blue, you can wave them off that LZ before that helicopter lands. We learned that lesson in Vietnam when they started popping smoke colors. Pilots would go, oh, that's the smoke. Land at it and get lit the fuck up by an anti-aircraft gun. Perfectly stable,
Or land
sitting
on
still again.
stakes.
Or land on stakes, yeah. Or, you know, land on XYZ, insert your favorite let's blow a helicopter up method.
Porcupines.
So,
Very deadly.
aside from that, now that we've had our brutal lesson moment over, I need all of my Team 2s on that wall, I need all of my Team 1s on that wall, Preach and I in the center.
Rochambeau.
Me first.
Why have we got
Right.
3, 4, why have we got like 5 on that wall?
Because
And-
I said Team 1s to one wall, Team 2s to the other. I don't
Yeah,
want
we're-
these guys, I don't want to pull guys from your team and start teaching them Team 2 habits, if you catch my drift.
No, I feel you. It's just
It's a little imbalanced, so I'm gonna have to be doing
Yeah.
clearance with my team, but I can work with it. This is Preach. This is what I was ranting about on having you know, reliability in my
your
team.
pie crust. Yeah.
You know, the pie crust that is Team Goddamn 2 right now.
Yeah. No,
For those of you
I
not
see.
getting the reference, we're pie
I
crust
see the
because they're
flaky.
flaky as fuck.
Oh.
But
I see the flakiness.
I just
People
heard
not get
mini
that,
click
really?
then. I heard
You
mini
can
click.
hear Minnie's gears go click.
I
We're
get it
missing
now.
Someone from our team, which
It's
is
okay,
Achilles,
Minnie.
but he's got
I
a
mean,
technical issue. So
It's okay, Minnie. I didn't get it either.
So since
I just
Preach,
want
what I'll
fine.
do is
Good,
I'll
it's
give
all
your
good.
people, which will get your guys'
folks.
experience working in a larger stack, which they might as well get used to because they actually have people fucking show up for their shit.
it's all right. We got
I
rooms
will
over
take
this
my
way.
guys and I will.
Alright.
We're gonna if we can split Preach into like 2 entirely separate buildings
I've-
so we can
I've
talk
come
without
to the
talking over each
conclusion-
other. That'd be great.
Well, this is the only complex like this, but we'll
No.
just set to whisper or whatever.
Whisper and we can use the radios. All of my guys, make sure you get your 3-4-3 transition
Hello?
over to
Is it
block 2,
me?
please. Star, did you just fucking crash?
How about this?
It keeps clicking that trigger. I swear to God.
He's not responding.
It's Warner.
Roger. I will lightning bolt.
Stop.
All right, guys. Yeah,
Alright.
peace crash.
Uh,
Okay, guys. So we're gonna set our 3-4-3s up. Okay.
343. All
So
right.
go to your radios. Go to your radio. Open the radio. Did everyone get the lesson on how to change over to the second block on frequencies?
Yeah, touching the handle and stuff.
All right. I want you guys to go ahead and change over to block 2 now, channel 1, and give me a radio check on the 3-4-3.
Wait, this is
Oaks
new.
radio
What is
check.
this?
Okay. So do you have a 3-4-3 on you, Minnie?
I broke it.
Do you have a 3-4-3 on you?
I do, but I broke the handle.
Have you opened? All right. So the handle's off now, right?
Yeah.
Click detach handle, and now it's in 2 pieces.
Oh yeah, I broke it.
Do you see the blue? Do you see the blue button that says current channel block?
Oh yes, 1.
What block are you on?
Oh no, I changed it to 2. Okay.
All right, then you're gonna click the handle again that says attach handle. You're gonna set your channel to 1.
Okay. Wait.
And then you are now on block 2, channel 1. In the realm of frequencies, you are on frequency 17 now. These radios only go up to 16. 343 blocks jump you by, I don't know what the exact number of frequency is, but it changes your frequency enough that we're not going to be able to hear them and they can't hear us.
Channel 1, block 2.
Yep, so now you're on channel 17. So everyone go ahead and give me a radio check on the 343.
Shit. Hang on, I gotta set a button.
Oaks radio check.
You get him?
Bye, how many?
Me.
Bye bye.
Alright, go ahead and do a radio check on the 343, Minnie.
Stand by. Radio check.
Nope.
God
Alright,
damn
there
it.
it
It
is.
switches me. Hang on. Gotta set a button.
Sorry if we have any bleed over on the 343s, making sure they're set to block 2 now.
Radio check.
There we go.
Alright, you're good now.
Okay. I forgot my
Bye-bye,
segment
helmet.
button.
There you go. So that's how that works. So we'll wait for Star to get back. Do you guys have any questions on the room clearance as you see it now?
Negative. I saved your pictures.
Alright. Now, the reason that Delano knows this stuff, he knows it at a far, far more advanced level than we will even get to at this. You're gonna, honestly, watch how me and him do CT a lot of the time. You watch how me and him do it, you guys will start to pick up on some of the nuanced skills that we've picked up, or that we were taught, and that we apply. It's like where we stack up, we'll stack on, me and Delano have stacked on doors, where Oaks is Delano and I'm myself. That entry method, as Preach and I talked about and decided that we're going to save for tomorrow, is called crossing the X. That is an entry method that can get fucking confusing quickly depending on the environment you're in and how well trained your people are. It is very good at certain things, and it is awful in all other circumstances because you have to coordinate two separate entry stacks. And I'm sure you guys can understand how much of a clusterfuck that could turn into, especially when you have to do it without saying a word.
Yeah.
So, while we wait for Star, we're going to come back to our lovely corner bedroom over here. Come this way, Oaks.
Oh, fuck.
So, while we wait for Star to come back so we get the rest of the people in the stack, I want you two to stack up, 1 and 2, walking speed.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
I want you to make sure you're walking speed, and I want you guys to conduct entry into this building. Like I said, this is dry. The reason this is dry is you're going to have to walk this a ton, and then you guys are going to get better and better and better at it, and we're going to add more and more skills and more confusing things.
So wait, if there's only 2 people, does the equation change?
No, 1 and 2. Opposite directions to your opposite corners, because that's how you best establish dominance. If you remove people, you start removing people from the back.
Okay.
And to be completely honest, if we're having to seize a large building in a short amount of time, you might only have 2 men going into any room, even if it's big enough to justify more.
All right.
I have done that before. I have cleared 3-story buildings in buddy pairs.
Okay.
Which is why the whole coming out is so important, because when you start doing this at speed, you'll see how fast it can get and how confusing it can get at speed. So you've gotten in the stack, right?
Yes. Oh,
So,
let me know when you're ready.
You're ready to make entry. You can go ahead and make entry, go through the whole process.
Okay, entering.
Don't worry about pulling your trigger as we come in, there's no targets in here. Remember your walls, remember your walls. Right now, the biggest thing I can say is both of you are a little close to that wall. Each take a step forward. That right there is where you want to be. When you're back like that, a ricochet, if it hits this wall and skips, is going to come out and go right here, Manny. Right through that spot you were just standing in, right?
Oh, that's what he meant by bullets, retards. Okay.
Yes. Bullets follow walls. When a bullet ricochets, right? Here, come on over here for some science really quick. A bullet needs to strike a wall at a certain angle to ricochet, right? Oaks, come on over here, buddy.
Stuck. Hang on. Okay, yeah.
A bullet has to strike a wall at a certain angle to ricochet, right?
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a shallow angle. A bullet, while it can ricochet at 45 degrees, rarely does, because a material will generally let the bullet penetrate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once the bullet penetrates, it's changed its course somewhere on the opposite direction outside. Most likely it's going to hit like here, go outside the wall, and change off on an angle like that.
Then hit
but if
team
I'm
2.
standing right here, right, and I aim and I miss you, and I hit this wall right here like this, which way do you think the bullet's going to go, especially if this is concrete?
Parallel to the wall.
It's going to hit and it's going to skip off on a shallow angle, cavitating and tumbling through the air. And Minnie, you were standing right here before I told you to take a step forward, right?
Yeah, so I get hit.
Look what space you are standing in right now.
The path of the bullet. Did we lose Doodle?
No, I'm sending a message to someone.
Oh, okay.
A little busy, right? All right.
A shotgun. Oh no, never mind.
Sorry about that.
Look
So,
like
yeah,
a shotgun
as I
by
said,
Megan.
guys, you would have been hit by that ricochet. That's why we insist on staying off the walls.
Makes sense.
The other thing that's really nasty is insurgents like to bury IEDs right about here, because it's easier to conceal a lump next to a wall because it looks like it might just be bad construction. A lump and a pressure plate about here, where I'm standing, okay, that's a little more suspicious, isn't it?
True.
But a lump right here, it just could have been bad construction or a bulge where the wall meets the floor, right? Out here, why? Because they're a big-ass dug hole in my floor. Alright, so I want you two to go ahead and stack back up, make entry again. Number 1, man, remember, before you say ready to breach, sweep the doorway and make sure the doorway's clear. If you have a breacher, your breacher will professionally do this. You guys are just looking for wires or anything that might go kaboom as you enter.
Got it.
So, go ahead and stack and make your entry.
Okay, entering.
Because I know we've explained a couple of things as we've, gone through. So let's go and rinse and repeat the whole building.
Alright. Folks, I'm watching you kind of look left, right, left, right. Once you clear your initial corner on the wall and you start your backswing, you don't have to worry about looking to your right again because you're not going to swing back like that until everything in this corner is dead. Okay?
Right, sound.
You don't need to go back and forth like this because that's creating more confusion for you. It's going to look along the lines of, if I could get my weapon to come up, that would be nice.
Come jogging in.
There we go. It's going to look like, okay, I've made entry.
That's where I'd like you guys to eventually get up.
Targets are down.
Right, sound. I got it.
For now, let's
Back in just like that.
we'll do the running.
For you on a wall like this, for example, too, you're really just going to go straight in this door. You're going to kind of glance at that corner. Clear across, clear back, clear across.
Right.
Go ahead and stack back up and do it again, gentlemen.
Okay. By the way, Doolittle, technically I think I was right. When I went left, or rather right, and I was supposed to go left. Are these
What
drawings
you guys?
way in the center room?
With the center room,
Well, the drawings
by
are
the
made...
drawing- the drawings and what happens are two separate ways. Always go the opposite of the man in front of you. There should never be it should always be a balanced wall, basically.
Okay. I couldn't tell which way they went, I couldn't see over.
And then that's the hard part. And you just gotta, if you have to, glance and see which direction if you need to go, but try and know try and watch your point man which way he enters. Go ahead and
Entering.
make entry when you guys are ready.
Bacon, okay. You are the control man. I want number 3 to realize that. You are the guy that controls the destiny of the team that is cleaning this room. Because if you do not do it right,
You don't need to walk all the way into the center like that, Oaks, with the weapon facing that way. You can. It is okay to swing back to the center and sidestep. If you need to glance back over that way a little bit just to make sure, you're good.
You
I want
got
to
stars
switch
TP?
Positions. Oaks, you're going to be the point man coming in.
You got stars TP, Doolittle?
I don't have admin, so...
He's here. He's here. He's just outside.
Okay, Star, come on in here. Alright, add
Talk.
Star, you're going to mix into the stack. Just go ahead and drop to the back for now. The back of the stack, the back of the stack.
you shout clear. Number 4, you will then call clear. Number 3.
So set up your outside security like you would properly. Always take it from the top, always take it properly. In this case, Benny, to answer a question you had, since you've got a stack of 3 and it's short, you just have to shift your arc of fire out to the full, like, 45 that covers the outside wall,
Okay.
and call it a day. Inside a building, everyone is basically going to be facing forward except the last man.
Got it.
Alright, so if we're inside a building, all y'all's weapons are down the hallways because you no longer have to worry about stuff like, oh, I have a building across the street 3 stories up I need to be worried about because you're in a fucking hallway. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so once again, Oaks, go ahead and go through the breach process.
Ready to breach. Breaching.
Walking spade. Star, take a step forward off the wall, off the wall. There you go, just a little more forward, Star. There, now you're right about where you would want to be. And do you guys see how as well this kind of establishes further dominance of the room? Because you're not hiding against the backs of the room. You are in this room in their faces. Anyone that's in those positions behind you is dead. Anyone that's alive is trapped in a very small space compared to the room size. With your weapons all on top in front of them.
Makes
Go
sense.
back outside, do it again. Make sure you all are walking pace when you make your end.
So would you detach the handle
Oh,
Do
so you
what?
set up the radio.
Oh, you detach the handle on your 343, you click the blue button once to switch to block 2, and you reattach the handle, and then make sure you're on channel 1. Then you're good.
I thought I broke it.
Radio check.
Yep, you're good.
I got you.
Alright. Remember,
Ready to
set the stack
breach.
up properly. Star, in this case, you would be facing the back. The last man is always facing back until he hears the words, ready to breach. Then he turns around and taps, and that's how the tap gets passed forward. Go ahead,
I
come
thought
on
you were
top.
like talking about.
Ready to breach.
No, go ahead.
When you're coming in, you're literally
Do not pull the trigger, Star.
Stand right here. All right.
Breaching.
That way, then you've got the full center, and you're not sweeping anyone else. All right. Big A clears.
Star, 2 steps forward.
Then what do you say?
What you're doing, Star? Go ahead and watch me, Star. What you're doing is this, right? You're coming in, and you're hugging the wall as you advance down. You see the difference in where you're standing now versus where I'm standing right now?
Yeah.
You want to be here the whole time.
I'm trying not to be like that close, but I'm like.
No, but you're ending up right alongside the wall. You want to be right about. Do you see where Oaks is? How Oaks is like off both of those walls, and Mini is off both of those walls. Remember, we're dominating this room. We're taking it from somebody. You own this fucking room. If you want to walk 3 feet into the room and walk down it, you're walking 3 feet into the room and down it. Because god damn it, I have a gun and this is my room now. That's the attitude you take when doing this. So you come off the wall. That way, if somebody shoots at you, misses, and a bullet ricochets, when it ricochets, it comes off on a shallow angle, and it heads along the space where you're not standing. Because if you take a step back, and I'm a lovely bullet, and I have ricocheted off wall, and I'm coming out on a shallow angle, and oh look, I have just entered your arm or your chest, right? But if you're there, and I on that shallow angle, going to come out on a shallow angle. That's the thing with ricochets. If the bullet's not tumbling and a ricochet is smooth, a ricochet will generally follow the angle it entered on. Just in the
I
opposite
understand.
direction.
It's just I'm getting like, I'm just not aware of my space.
That's why we practice, and that's why we practice walking pace. Head outside, do it one more time with Oaks as the point man, and then rotate it so Star's in the front, Oaks is in the back, and Mini's in the middle.
Wait, do Arma buildings actually ricochet like that?
Yes.
Yes.
On the inside?
Yes.
And they
Arma
also
has bullet pen
deviate
and
when-
ricochet. We have tested that shit, and we tested that shit because we had it happen once and went, what the fuck just happened? Make entry when you're ready.
Ready to breach. Breaching.
There you go, Star. Just like that. There you go. And that, you've established dominance of the room. So the step we now take from here. Everyone heard how Preach was teaching them how to call clear, right?
Oh, no. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Alright, well the way it works is there's a person that's got point of control, alright? That in this case, Star, is you. Because you have the most overview of the room. Alright? Now the our team SOP is gonna be different. Our team SOB is gonna be one of the highest leadership element will be the one who calls up the ready sat. Okay? So if you're breaching and Mini's with you, Mini should be the one that's the last person to call clear. If I'm breaching with you guys, I'm the last person to call clear. So we've secured the room, right? So everyone weapons up. We're dominating the room. I'm gonna call status. And as soon as you hear me call status, you guys can respond with clear.
Clear?
Status.
Clear.
Alright. Room clear. And then we proceed from there, alright? If I call status, you've been wounded, tell me then. During CQC, you start shouting about being hit or wounded until after the room is secure. The medic can't fix you when we're in this position where we are right now, right? Because we're still dominating the room. The room's not clear. Once the room's clear, we can fix you. So save it. In status, you'll call clear, and then I'm hit, alright? So Star, you got shot in this one, alright? We've dominated the room, you were shot in the process. Status?
Clear, I'm hit.
The rest of you two still need to call clear.
Oh, okay. Clear.
The reason that you have to call clear is if I don't hear 3 clears, I assume someone's down and unconscious. Or someone's been shot in the throat and they can't speak, right? I've got to hear all 3 clears and know the room's secure. If I don't hear all 3 clears, I'm going to start counting people looking for who's been shot, who's hit, and then we're going to have to start dispatching the medics and all that stuff accordingly, alright?
Okay.
Take it back outside. Star's going to be man. Mini is the number 2. Oak's in the rear. Go ahead and get set.
Oh, and of course, he's the only one that's not a fucking player. What the fuck?
Yo, on this too.
That
What?
When you guys are going to be moving to live rounds, just let me know so I know to have my guys put their hard hats back on and their ear pro in and all that jazz.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing that momentarily here. Hey, Cookie.
What's the
can you
calling?
swap
Prepare
with
to
British?
breach.
Prepare to breach.
Prepare to
Thank you.
breach.
British, go stand where Cookie was.
Breaching.
Okay. So first of all, I would really like to extend my appreciation to Cookie for volunteering for this. But
Clear.
Room clear.
Status.
Clear.
you be doing thinking we're putting another scenario in here because fuck easy.
And then you get your 2 call clear back. Remember, when you hear status, you call clear.
Yep. But now
And then room gets called clear by whoever's in charge.
or is it?
Yeah, my mic
Back up, do it
isn't
again.
registering.
Yeah, that's fine. There's actually a control you can set in
You've got
Acre, I think, that'll
point man
fidangle your
should be
mic a
down
bit. That
here
might make it work
controlling
better
this
for you. We'll have to
sector
mess
is
with
down.
that.
Oh, okay.
Imagine there's some kind
Control
of
your
couch
mic.
or something. What should you be wanting to do?
Prepare to breach.
Not quite. Number 3's doing the right action. You guys are now on cover.
Breaching.
Number 3's pushing down that corner.
Pew, pew,
He's
pew,
got
pew.
you.
Bang, bang.
Now
Bang,
you've got clear.
bang.
Now what?
Quick mid.
Status.
Clear.
Hit.
Room clear.
Alright, there you go. Remember, you call clear. The last person, the man who calls status is the one that will call room clear.
Right.
Radio.
Go ahead and step on out, guys. We're gonna head over to our center fed room.
Okay.
If I'm announcing clear, do I have to announce casualistly? Like if I stars
Yeah,
injured,
because the
do I
one
have to
that's
say
announcing clear, the person that's
Down.
calling the status is generally going to be the one that's the team leader at the
Down.
moment. So they're going to be
Right.
the one that's going to coordinate the treatment effort.
so stars in?
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
say
stack
clear.
up
One
on
hit.
this wall here, and I want you guys to go ahead and make entry. I don't care who's on point and in the positions. I want you guys to make entry. You will all do. And to simplify this process, Mini, you're going to be the team leader. You're going to be the one that's responsible for the status and room clear. Every
Copy.
time room clear gets called, guys, you're going to come back out and do it again. Each of you is going to rotate through a breach in each position 3 times. So Mini, you're going to do 3 times in point, 3 times as rear, 3 times in the middle. Basically just move the stack position forward by 1 and do 3 breaches until all 3 of you are done.
Copy.
Go ahead and conduct your breach when you guys are ready.
Breaching ready. Breaching.
Why would you be checking pulse and blood pressure? This is important. If you don't know, Marshall needs to teach you.
Status.
Because if he's dead,
Clear.
Room clear.
Room cleared.
if he has no pulse,
Alright, on room clear, you guys are clear to move back outside. Go ahead and reset. Do it again.
we have to rest, then he needs a fucking medic.
Hang on.
Mini.
Back up. Like they can see me.
Mini.
Breaching ready.
And he's healed by the power of God.
Breaching.
Now, as we're coming in, this is a very special circumstance.
Bang, bang.
Status.
Room clear.
Clear.
Room is clear.
Oh, you're supposed to say clear.
I didn't I?
You said room clear. Wait.
Hmm.
Isn't that what the leader's supposed to say?
I don't know. Does it
Yes,
matter?
for team leader, yeah, it matters because if you hear room clear, that means you're free to start leaving the room.
Got it.
Good fuck. So if I'm last man, I should just be saying clear.
Unless you're the whatever leader, team one in charge.
Right. Down.
I guess. All right. Breaching ready. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room is clear.
Mom's not here, so I can yell as loud as I can.
I can't. It's fucking 1 in the morning.
All right. So Star, you're on point.
Police are gonna be called if I start screaming.
Wait. Star, you're on point. I guess I'm in back then.
Back in the bus.
Short bus.
Prepare to breach. Breaching.
Star, step forward off that back wall there.
Star, ask stat.
Crap. Status.
Clear.
Room clear.
There you go. Exit.
Sorry, I thought Minnie was still.
Minnie, you just got shot.
Oh no. Why?
I
Oh, yeah.
just watched somebody run out of a room that I had a team go into and heard a shit ton of gunfire out of. But I didn't.
coming
I
out.
didn't
shit,
hear.
no one
I
says
didn't.
coming
I
out.
didn't hear anybody say that we had friendlies leaving the building. So I just assumed y'all got gunned down and the guy fleeing was Haji.
2 coming out and 1 mortally wounded.
One dead, probably. That's me.
Remember that. Always, always, always. Even in these practice drills, do it like it's real.
I thought Minnie was supposed to run the stay status still. Prepared breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Room clear. 3 coming out.
Can it please be 3 dildos coming out of the closet?
No, it's not gonna be 3 blows coming out. You fuck.
Damn.
But I want to say 3 butt plugs.
All right, rotate. If you guys have done your 3, remember to rotate.
I think we're on our
we've done
last.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Prepare to breach.
I can't hang on. Okay, good.
Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Room clear.
All right.
3 exiting.
There you go. Just like that. That works as long as you signify the people and the fact that you're leaving the room.
Okay, Oaks up front.
Bad beach. Breach even. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room clear. 3 coming out. At a breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room clear. 3 coming out. Better breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room clear. 3 coming out.
All right. All right, guys. This time you're gonna do the center fed room. You guys are gonna do it at combat pace. When I say combat pace, I mean just that. All right, the combat pace in game.
Okay, hang on. I gotta set that. Got it.
So you'll be weapons up combats. That's how for now you guys will do breaching. Eventually you guys might learn how to do it at run at like jog. So, you know, weapon slightly down and I'll teach you guys the technique for that, but that is something that'll happen after advanced. Because the increase in speed is gonna make things different enough. Go ahead and make your entry. Same set of drills for it.
Prepare to breach. Breaching.
Alright.
Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room is cleared. 3 coming out.
Manny, I want you to step off the wall for a moment, and I want you to watch me. I'm gonna take your point man position for a second.
Okay.
Everyone stack up. I want you just we're gonna pretend I prepared to breach. I want you to pass the tap forward.
Okay.
See how I've moved before you can recover? And how there's a big gap between me and you coming into the room? And this goes for everybody, but Minnie, you're the one I saw do it. So, did you see how how you tapped, but you were still bringing your hand back in that animation?
Yes.
And you couldn't quite move as fast as I could?
Yes.
In your head, point man count 1, 2. So Star, I want everyone to look at Star. Star, I want you to come tap my shoulder while I do that, okay? 1, 2. Do you see how as I finish my 2, he's ready to move again? That's how you 1, 2.
Got it. Okay.
If you really want to be comfortable about it, you can go 1, 2, 3, and that 3-second will be 100% guarantee you're ready to make entry.
Got it.
That's
So
when you'll start the entry. 1, 2, 3, then you go. That tap is just your signal to the point man, the breacher. Hey, everyone is now 100% focused and ready to go through that door.
got it.
You don't have to breach immediately off that. The point man, the breacher, is 100% in charge of when that entry happens at all times. That tap just means that your whole team is now off security and is ready to go in.
Got it.
Go ahead and stack back up outside. That counts as your first time through. I want you to go through a second time.
Prepare to breach. Breaching. Status.
Flip.
Clear.
Room is clear. 3 coming out.
Did you see how that went a little more?
Fluidly.
Got it. We're not going to be in live fire.
Prepare to breach.
Thank you for the targets.
Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Flip.
Room is clear. 3 coming out.
Try and keep it tighter, guys. I know it's hard with Arma because you can't actually feel your buddy move. But make the stack as tight as you can humanly get it to each other. We're getting super fucking tight.
Prepare to breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Flip.
Room clear. 3 coming out.
Tight stack, tight stack.
Prepare to breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Room clear. 3 coming out.
I still want it to be out of the closet.
Fine. Prepare to breach.
Oh fuck. Hang on.
Breaching.
Wait, hang on. I didn't get the.
Yep, didn't get the tap.
Well, I tapped you.
Did you tap star?
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Do not really make sure that you always tap the right person, or you will have stuff like that happen. And believe me, it's funny as shit having a nice coordinated explosive breach, missing, and then everyone pissing themselves when the demo guy gets tapped by like the last man in the stack, and he blows the fucking charge. And yes,
Prepare to
that
breach.
happened to me before.
Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Flip.
Room clear. 3 coming out.
There you go. Like I said, the one thing to work always, and
Oh,
this
the
is what
closet.
you'll always work on. The one thing you guys will always work on is trying to make your their entry groups tighter and tighter and tighter. You flood that room.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make entry whenever you're ready.
Better breach.
Hang on. You're still moving, star. Stop moving.
Breaching.
Wait. Okay.
Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Off that back wall
Room
there,
clear,
Star.
3
Mini
coming out.
oaks, take a couple steps forward. Remember your walls.
They didn't get the tap mini.
You didn't get it? Did I bypass you and get Oaks?
Yes.
Yeah, I got what's up.
Dang it. So that's how that
Better
happens.
breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Clear.
Room cleared. 3 coming out.
I think they started using rounds.
Yep, they're
Whoa.
like I said.
You scared?
Started using live rounds. If
I
you're
am,
not
yeah.
wearing a
One
hard
just
hat,
whizzed in
now's
my
the time.
foot. Right, prepare to breach.
Nope. Wait, did I get you a star?
I ain't got a tap yet.
Okay, hang on, let me... Okay.
TikTok.
Breaching.
Like I briefed them on the
That
start,
is.
Clear.
Room cleared.
Clear.
3 coming out.
you don't need to swing back and forth like that. Once you make your initial entry and you sweep yourself to the left, and you've cleared this corner, you can dominate the center of that room the entire time, okay? You don't need to keep swinging back and forth, because you shouldn't take your attention off this corner until everything in this corner is fucking dead. So make your entry. Like you're the 3-man coming in.
Alright. Wait, all of us?
No, just him. So you see, you've shot everything in that corner now? And you would have taken shots at anything else in the sector of fire, and you have a guy over there looking this way already. Clear your corner. This corner over here is clear. Come back and dominate the center of it.
Whoa.
That seems low. I just saw a bullet right there.
Yep.
Because we've had like 3 rounds almost kill us now from your guys just firing. Go ahead and line up outside. There's a lovely fog up. Get out of the field quickly, guys.
Oh dear. I reckon I could
Yeah.
one-man band.
They won't hit
Turn
me.
around the windmill movement.
Alright, guys. In
What
the
are we-
interest of everyone not dying, we're gonna go do one non-live corner fed real fast, and then as soon as you've done this one in here like that,
There's
gonna
your 2
go-
rooms, boys. Have fun.
thank you. Yeah, Breach, we need a second facility, dude. Because Oaks literally had 2 rounds go right past his head on 2 separate occasions.
I saw one.
That's what
nearly hit
762
you.
does.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Alright, guys.
I'll show you. Sorry, not sorry.
So, on a corner fed room like this, we're gonna pretend that door is closed. That door right there is always closed until you enter that room, okay?
What door?
So,
That door.
that doorway right there. Treat them as 2 separate corner fed rooms. Okay.
Got it.
But we're gonna run through this without firing once at speed, and then you guys are gonna switch to live fire. You're gonna only clear this first room. Alright?
Okay.
And you're gonna pause, and you're gonna go ahead, and then I'm gonna show you how to flow to the next room. You're gonna walk through flowing to the next room. You're gonna hit that next room. And we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna hit the whole set as a group with live fire. Alright?
Okay.
Once that's done, we're gonna go join them because we are on a timetable tonight. We will rehash these basic skills tomorrow, and we're gonna be doing a shit ton more CQC tomorrow because the whole day is CQC.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your dry fire entry into this room now.
Prepare to breach.
Shit, wait. Fuck.
Yep, hang on. Do it again. Prepare to breach. Breach.
Remember your walls,
Status.
off your walls, off your walls.
Flip.
Clear.
Room is clear.
Alright, now the flow to the next room, and this is where the stack changes. Did you see what Star just did?
Yeah.
That's how you flow to the next room.
So whoever's...
Thing about this. And here's where shit gets complicated quickly.
Doolittle, I can't hear you.
Oh, he's talking to you, the other guy.
Ah.
Beecher. Line the fuck up.
I don't know what order. I'm last, I think.
It's whoever gets here, I think.
Alright, I'm walking out. Just windmill around with his fucking minimi, and I'll take them all out.
Alright.
I like your...
Alright. So guys, listen up. You guys have restacked for this room, right? You won't always do this. There's a method to clearing called flowing rooms. I will teach you guys that tomorrow when it's time, but I'm not doing that right now. Simply because I would rather you guys learn the way that I was taught, which marches at a bit of a slower pace, but making sure you grasp all the fundamentals. That way you don't forget them like Corporal Werner here is going to, and he gets shot doing room clearance because he forgot what the fuck he was doing 2 weeks from now.
Are we going live now?
Go ahead and make entry into the next room.
No, we're doing
Prepare
live.
to breach.
No, not live.
Alright, good.
Right, hang on. There's the thing.
Breaching. I need to remember to hold push to talk when I say big.
That's why voice activated is a
Star
godsend.
Status.
There you go.
Clear.
There you go. As you
Room
saw,
clear.
when the
3
stack
coming
order,
out.
Yeah, when the stack order changes, guys, the person calling status is going to have to change.
I've been going by whoever's up front.
Yup, and that's the way we're
I
doing it,
was
because the
told-
person up front is generally going to dominate the room. We're changing it for now, Star, just for
Okay.
simplicity of teaching you guys. There will be a team SOP put in play. We're going to wait to apply that team SOP till y'all know what you're doing. Point man will call the status, but did you see how you restacked to clear that room?
Closest
You will
guy
do
takes
that if
point.
you will do that if the door is closed. Yeah, you basically just restack in. The order of which you initially entered the room is out the fucking window once
fuck.
you're inside that room. You then restack. Alright? When
Okay.
you step out back to that wall you made entry on, you guys will decide amongst yourselves your positions. I want you to load live.
Oh
Warner,
yeah.
I want you in this room.
Alright, I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
Walking
shoot
in,
Werner.
spinning around, and taking them all out.
Right here.
Alright, I have point. Stars up next, and then Oaks. Alright.
Got it.
Alright guys, remember, when you make entry, you identify your targets, alright? Warner, sorry if you get shot by misses or anything like that, but you volunteered for this shit.
I know.
And I really don't care anyways.
I know.
Hey, Captain.
Once
Once you guys are ready to make entry, make entry.
he's
Live
not a valid
rounds,
target.
Go for it.
Okay.
Remember to make sure your targets are armed before you engage them.
Copy.
Combat
Prepare to
phase,
breach.
Go ahead and conduct.
Breaching.
Folks off that wall.
Status.
Off that wall. Off wall.
Clear.
Good.
Room is clear. Stack up.
Prepare to breach. Breaching. Status.
Clear.
Flip.
Room clear except for the hostage.
There you go. Stop here. I'm going to teach you guys this tomorrow in advanced skills, because we are definitely going to be handling our hostages far different probably than Team 1 will. Once again, Team SOP on how things get done. Out of curiosity, Warner, is he having you guys call everything on entry to rooms, or are you guys just doing it the quiet, assumed way of everyone's paying attention?
I know we were calling stuff.
Okay, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and head out.
Congrats, you didn't get shot.
Alrighty, Preach, they have completed their live fire Surdex for their basic. Happy to report that Werner has no new holes in his body, but I can create some if you want.
Me too.
You guys all fucking suck for missing him.
He was unarmed. We follow, you know,
Yeah.
our rules
It's
for
alright.
people.
I put a zombie target